All right, thanks, guys. Welcome to the show. Happy Friday to you. It's actually Friday afternoon, about 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. We got one early game between the Pods and the Cubbies in the bottom of the third right now. But we do have some lines and personal leans for Saturday's MLB action. So let's get it started with, you guessed it, the Pods and the Cubbies. 2:20 Eastern starts Saturday afternoon. Chicago is $1.95. No total as of yet. We got Lucchesi for the Pods, Hendricks for the Cubs. Chicago's taken 3 out of 4 head-to-head matchups with the Padres. San Diego's just .347 in their games as the dog. Hendricks starts are just 7-15 to the over. Got to take the favorites in this one. Give me the Cubbies run line and potentially the under whenever that total is posted. And welcome to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Saturday's MLB action. But before we get into that, I just want to remind you to check out my daily best play at patreon.com/BrockPage. And with a documented win percentage of 60% for the entire year of 2017, you're hurting yourself each and every day you're not subscribed. Packages begin at just $1.99 a month. There's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. I also want to give a quick shout out, a big thank you to my headline sponsor for today's program. That's Jimmy and the boys at GhostPicksATS.com. And if you like making money on sports, there's no reason why you shouldn't check out one or more of their very affordable money-making packages. That's Jimmy and the boys at GhostPicksATS.com. GhostPicksATS.com. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at our Saturday slate of baseball games and personal leans. Our starts Eastern Standard Time. On deck, we got White Sox, Rays, 6:10 Tampa Bay. The Rays are $1.70, total 7.5. 10-cent move toward the Rays in the early going here. We got Carlos Rodon for the Sox, Blake Snell for the Rays. Tampa 6:15 in their games at Tropicana Field. Chicago's won just 17 of 54 as the road underdog. Just 9 out of 20 Snell starts got over the line. Got to agree with the public on this one. Give me the Rays outright and the under 7.5. Next game, Marlins Phillies 7:05 Philadelphia. The Fightins are $1.70, totals 8.5. Uranus for the Fish, Eflin's for the Fightins. Phillies a staggering 7.86 at the current market price. Miami's dropped 15 of 21 when Urana makes the start. We're looking at 6-4 to the under in these teams' 10 head-to-head matchups. Got to take the favorites in this one. Give me the Phillies outright and the under 8.5. Next game, Cardinals, Pirates, 7:05 Pittsburgh. The Pirates are $1.20, totals 8.5. Austin Gomers for the Cards, Ivan Nova for the Buccos. Pittsburgh's 12-8 when Nova throws the first pitch. The Cards won just 16 of 34 as the road underdog. 7 of 10 head-to-head matchups between these two squads stayed under the line. Got to side with the faves in this one. Give me the Pirates outright in the under 8.5. Next game, Reds, Nationals, 7:05 Washington. The Nats are $1.70, totals 10 flat, and a 5-cent fade of the Nats in the early betting. We got Harvey for the Reds, Hellickson for the Nats. Washington's 9-6 when Hellickson makes the start. Since he's winless in 4 games when facing the Nats, Washington's just 3-12 to the over when Hellickson throws the first pitch. Got to fade the early action in this one. Give me the Nationals outright and the under 10 flat. Next game, Rockies, Brewers. That's 7:10 Milwaukee. The Brewers are $1.30, totals 8.5. Anderson's for the Rocks, Peralta's for the Brew Crew. Milwaukee's 20-10 as the home favorite. Colorado's dropped 3 of 4 head-to-head matchups with Milwaukee. The Rockies are 18-9 to the over on the road when the line is 8 to 8.5. Got to side with the favorites here. Give me the Brewers minus $1.30 and the over 8.5. Next game, Royals, Twins, 7:10 Minnesota. The Twins are $2.30, totals 8.5. Birch Smith is for KC. Jose Barrios for the Twins. Minnesota's 20, let's start that over again. Minnesota's 30-24 in their games at home. KC won just 15% of their ball games at the current price. Smith starts went 4-0 to the over, depending on where you're shopping at. Got to take the Twins here. Give me Minnesota on the run line in the over, 8.5. Next game, Braves, Mets, 7-10, Flushing, Queens. The Braves are $1.20, totals 8. We got Gausman making his first start for Atlanta. Zach Wheeler takes the bumps for the Mets. New York's dropped 20 of 25 at the current market price. Atlanta's 10-3 in their head-to-head matchups with the Mets. New York's 14-6 to the under at home when the line was 8 to 8.5. Got to fade the Mets in this one. Give me the Braves minus $1.20 in the under, 8 flat. Next game, Angels, Indians, 7-10 Cleveland. The Indians are $2.35, totals 8.5, and a 25-cent fade at the Indians in the early going here. We got Pena for the Halos, Kluber for the Wahoos. Cleveland's $6.36 in their games at the current moneyline price. LA's won just 9 of 28 as the road underdog. Cleveland's 36-17 to the over at Progressive Field. Got to fade the public bettors in this one. Give me the Indians run line and the over, 8.5. Next game, O's Rangers, 8:05 Texas. The Rangers are $1.45, totals 10.5. Nickel fade of the Rangers in the early action. Bundy's for the Orioles, Miners for the Rangers. Texas won just 21 of 55 at home this year. Baltimore's taken 2 of 4 head-to-head matchups with Texas. The Rangers are 23-14 to the under versus fellow sub-500 teams. Got to tail the public on this one. Give me Dylan Bundy catching the plus money. That's a Bundy play exclusively in the under, 10.5. Next game, Giants, Diamondbacks. That's 8-10 Arizona. The D-backs are 140, totals 8.5, 10 cents shaded toward Arizona in the early going here. Suarez for San Francisco, Buchholz for the Diamondbacks. Arizona's just 48% as the home favorite. San Fran's gone 8-5 in their head-to-head matchups with the D-backs. The Giants are 10-8 to the over when Andrew Suarez makes the start. Got to fade the betting public in this one. Give me the Giants catching the plus money and the over, 8.5. Next game, Tigers, Athletics, 9:05 Oakland. The A's are $1.80, totals 8.5, 10 cents shaded toward the Athletics in the early betting. We got Zimmerman for the Nats. That's incorrect. Wow, I'm so used to saying that. We got Zimmerman for the Tigers, Jackson for the A's. Oakland's winning 86% of their games at the current moneyline price. Detroit's a winless 0-4 against the A's. 6 out of 7 Edwin Jackson starts fell under the line. Got to tell the public on this one. Give me the A's outright and the under 8.5. Next game, Astros, Dodgers, 9-10 Los Angeles. The Dodgers are $1.10, total 7.5. Nickel shaded toward the Dodgers in the early betting. We got McCullers for the Stros, Maeda for the Dodgers. LA's gone 5.88 in their games at the current price point. The Astros are just 20% at the current moneyline odds themselves. LA's gone 29-17 to the over, taking on winning ball clubs. Got to side with the public on this one. Give me the Dodgers minus $1.10 in the over, 7.5. And we're going to slide in our next and Shinel. Next and Shinel. Sloppy shirt. Next game. Next and final game for the show. I'm not even drunk. Not one sip of alcohol today, by the way. Blue Jays, Mariners, 10-10 Seattle. The Mariners are $2.20, total 7.5. 65% are leaning Seattle. We got Marco Estrada for the Jays. James Paxton for Seattle. The Mariners are 23-9 as the home favorite. Toronto's won 17 of 42 as the road underdog. Toronto's 80% to the over in their games at the current posted total. Got to lean towards Seattle in this one. Give me the Mariners run line and the over 7.5. And folks, that is going to do it for me. You know what it was? Went to the dentist earlier today. That's why I'm the mush mouth. But anyway, before I get out of here, I just have to remind you to check out my daily best play at patreon.com/BrockPage. And with a documented win percentage of 60% for the entire year of 2017, you're hurting yourself each and every day you're not subscribed. Packages begin at just $1.99 a month. There's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. And I also want to remind you to check out my headline sponsor. That's Jimmy and the boys at GhostPicksATS.com. Jimmy and his team of young, hungry, expert consultants at Ghost Picks are the most passionate in the business. And if you thought I was good at handicapping games, these guys are amongst the best in the industry. And as always, thank you for watching today's program. I hope you enjoyed all this great free information. And please don't forget to check out my daily best play at patreon.com/BrockPage.